Hey guys, it's just Christy. I know it's not the best way to start off a video, but I did have some issues in this video, and I just want to let you know that my voice recording did not play at all in this video. So I am doing a voiceover, and this is Molly, Flip Flop King, Loaf, Bolo, and Sophie, and they did a Waterpark build battle with 200k, and they are going to start in a bit basically, and their builds were so fantastic. I might add them below to so you know their like ads and everything. So this is where they started. I kind of just had them start building with the pink and blue side. So I kind of liked pink because they did the layouts first, and I also put all the chairs in the back. I split it in half so it's not as much for them to do because it was a lot to build in a little amount of time. I also put the chairs in the back of blue team as well. And if you go to the front of blue team, they have a little parking lot starting off. I have their chairs all the way in the back here, as I showed, and they all were starting on their layouts and the parking lot layouts, which I noticed, but I noticed that blue was kind of copying pink, and it was confusing at first because I was like, why is this kind of getting copied? Because if you see in the video, they both kind of had the same idea about having the little grass in the middle and having the pool around it, kind of like a lazy river. But then pink went for a completely different idea because they saw that they were getting copied. So that's what kind of happened there. I'm gonna come back in a bit and just wait basically 15 minutes every time the timer goes off. After 15 minutes, I'm gonna come back, see what they built in 15 minutes. In some of the video, I did take a little longer to look at some of the builds. Like I maybe took maybe an extra 5 minutes and did something else. But I really liked the build of both the parking lots. Like this parking lot in the entryway, it was really good because it was kind of all open and there was a lot of greenery in both builds, as you're gonna see. And I just wanted to talk about how it was really nice to see all their builds at once. As you can see, Pink Team was building a little homemade archway with custom cubes and transparent blocks. They still did their little layout. This is my second clip where I saw them. This was after 15 minutes. They did more grass. They did little mountains, waterfall in the mountains. They added their archway, like they finished it and they added it. They put grass fences and then regular fences. They finished their parking lot. It was coming together. They added their bathrooms, the girls and boys bathrooms, and they added their pools. And as you can see in the middle, they kind of had the little open area. They completely changed their whole layout from this kind of area. Like this whole thing is going to be deleted in like 10 minutes. They added water. You can't add water to the ends of the because it's the last plot. Then we're going over to blue. And as you can see, they kind of did the same thing, but they added a bridge, they added their locker room for the like the changing room, and then they added instead of adding bathrooms, they added changing rooms and for the girls and boys, which I kind of wish they did a bathroom instead of just changing rooms everywhere. It was a smart idea, but I feel like it should have been more in the bathroom. I still love the idea though of what they did. As you could see here, what they kind of did is their reception area, they used computers instead of registers that had the computers on them. I'm looking at their little parkway. I was laughing because there was no space for cars. It's it's like a 1x2 basically. There's no space for cars at all in blue teams. I was so concerned on this Arthur character. I hated the way it looked. It looked so weird. But It was completely beside the point. So right here, Molly, one of the pink team's contestants, were doing a water, like a mini kiddie pool, and as you can see, they deleted their whole other idea. I was asking them what they were doing, kind of like what was that little pool gonna be, because when I looked inside, it was kind of deep. It was like one of those large pools, and she said, "Just wait." And I said, "You're gonna drown the kids." And this is where I was looking at the little bathrooms that they did. Look how deep that pool is. That is not a kiddie pool. That's why I was really concerned. They did a lot of custom stuff in these builds, which I love. There was a lot of interruptions during the building though, which I'm not too proud of. When you go over here to the blue team, they have their little lazy river going on. They added a lot to this that made it look so good. And I was just falling in love with their area. They did have a lot of different pool though. I don't know why. Like there was a lot of different pools and they can't really just have them there for long. This is one pink team kind of did was starting on their other layout for their lazy river. Cause honestly, pink team was kind of indecisive about it. They were like in between a bunch of stuff, which is honestly reasonable because it was really hard for them to like get all this stuff. This is after another 15 minutes of pink team just doing their builds. As you can see, they added their 3 pools, and this is what blue team did. Blue team added a bunch of stuff in the middle, started adding their playground stuff for little kids, and then they added their picnic tables around the place. They had another pool. The pools were kind of shallow. They were really shallow for if you're going to a water park. Like you wouldn't go to a water park and have those be so shallow. You would hit someone in the head. And I really did not like their green slide, but the blue slide was fine. I love that they did custom builds, like custom fences for pink teams, because those custom fences were beautiful. So here I am checking out all the pools just to see if they're like a little bit shallow or if they're like the perfect amount, like medium. So in this one, it was like shallow and medium. It was an in between. Like this one was really shallow though. This other one was kind of medium shallow. They did their little front. They started working on their bathrooms, which I kind of liked. I feel like I just wanted at least a changing room, like blue, kind of how blue team did it, but at the same time, it kind of looked like it was just copied. Not the reception way or anything. It's just that a lot of the stuff was replicated. Like if you look at pink teams to blue teams is kind of the same as pink teams, just more colors and stuff. As you can see, they're adding their greenery and everything. They're just adding all their stuff. Blue team did a lot on their plot. They also added lockers. Pink team also added lockers on their plot. This is a different clip of me just looking at their builds after 15 more minutes, and they added their little water slides at that point. I have to say, I did go on one of their water slides and it completely broke on me, like straight in the middle. When I say it completely broke, like I couldn't go farther than halfway on the slide. Here I am looking at blue teams now, and I honestly loved what they did with everything. Like, everything was perfectly colored, and it wasn't giving too much of, like, random. It wasn't that random, which I loved. Like, the little mini park stuff. I was trying to see if they made it custom. They didn't. I didn't know they had some of these playground stuff. I honestly forgot they added this. And I love that the part where they made the little kiddie pool with a playground, and it was so cute. They added a splash pool, and then they added a little entrance to their lazy river, which was so adorable. I love that. And this is pink teams. We're going back to the locker rooms, kind of. If you go to pink teams, they were adding a playground. They already added most of their stuff, like their greenery and stuff, and they did a little lagoon as well, like a little, what is it called? A lazy river, I think. They did a lazy river. I was telling them to add little like floaties in their lazy river. They did, but I don't know where they went when I got out of build mode. When I got out of build mode, their floaties were like completely gone. And I was just really in love with Pink Team's build overall. And if you see all this greenery, it was so cute. They added little lights and it was adorable to look at. And when they added this, they added something really nostalgic that's at mostly every water park, but it's just very nostalgic thinking back. They added little pools, the tiki bar. They added a slushy machine behind the tiki bar. I didn't see till afterwards. I didn't know why they added a slushy machine. But then Flip Flop and Molly came with blue slushies everywhere. It was so funny. Blue team over here did their slides. Their slides, I'm not gonna lie, were really shallow. Like their pools were so shallow to the point the slide was taking up most of the pool, which I kind of wish they had made the pools a little bit bigger. I feel like two people were really doing the work in blue team because not a lot of people were chatting either. Like blue team was kind of not reciprocating. They weren't doing well with communicating at all. Like I saw them type in chat at least like 3 times probably, and the whole time pink team was communicating with each other, so they knew what to do. I will say halfway they did kind of throw me off pink team because I was kind of confused on their slide. Everyone did, someone did ask for money, which was Sophie, and then Molly and Flip Flop needed. I gave them 50 more K because their teammate had left, so they only had 2 people in their team after King left. Okay, guys, so this is where I started looking closely to the little slides, and I was really liking them. It kind of looked like a death trap, though. Like, it was like you're gonna bump your head into the wall. this I really loved. She added a splash pad, but I don't think she kept it there though. I wish she would have added it here because it would look good there. They were finishing up their entrance. It was looking really nice so far. I really did like it and everything. For blues, I loved I fell in love with blues and I fell in love with pinks as well, but I like more of a natural, so that's why I was like I'm in love with it. This is where I started kind of getting a little annoyed because there was a bunch of people spamming me about building and joining the build, but it was honestly okay. I wasn't that annoyed. I was just kind of annoyed. I kept getting asked questions and the same questions over and over again. I just wanted to kind of record and not be asked a million questions during the build. I do wish I was in my own private server, but I did not buy one for this exact reason. I would join the server because it would already have people in it. So that's what I was kind of waiting for. But this is Molly getting out saying that she kind of ran out of budget. And I gave her 50k more. As I said previously, I gave everyone at least 50k more. I gave Flip Flop 80k more because when she deleted her slide, you don't get the money back, so I decided to just like let it be kind of. This is when time ran out and I couldn't give Flip Flop any more time. She was asking for 15 more minutes. I added the 15 more minutes on top of the hour. So that's when we kind of all went in to look at everyone's builds. I was showing Flip Flop kind of just how to get up to her signs to change them. Flip Flop was saying she was too short, or he. I'm so sorry if it's a he, but Flip Flop was saying that they were too short to go to their build. This is where I started to go into blue team's little reception, and I loved their reception. It was so cute. You walk in, there's a lot of detail to everything, and I feel like in a total, like in general, I loved their little area with the kiddie pool. Like it was so nice. I loved it so much. Like if you go around, there's a little lazy river. It was really shallow. All the pools are really shallow. I feel like I gave them a good budget though. And the pools, like I said, the death trap pools, they're all kind of really bad, if you say. Like, I'm glad this one didn't stop me though. Like, this one did not stop me at all. Like, you go around. I kind of wish there was a little more detail into the walkway where that's at. But other than that, this blue team did really good. Like, I love their builds. It was amazing. This is the changing rooms. And it's the same for the boys, but they all had showers and everything. That's when I started going to pink teams to check theirs out. This is when you go into pink team's reception, and I was so confused why it said SeaWorld. I found that so hilarious, so I decided to joke around with Flip Flop about it, and she said shush. And then she changed it to Splashway, I think it was. Splashway, the reception was so cute. I love this little kiddie pool. I did not give Flip Flop enough time to finish this, but it was fine. I still liked how it looked. Like it was still cute and everything. I feel like it was still good. The slide is also a death trap. I love the fact they put the plants around the little planter area. That was really adorable. They did the bathrooms. It's just plain and simple bathrooms, so I didn't think I need to observe the bathrooms that much. This is where I found the slushy machine behind the tiki bar, which was so weird. I didn't know there was a slushy machine there. It was like basically to serve drinks. They selected them to do the jars though, not the slushy machines. This is when they did the slide. This slide was actually fine, but then you see where you're kind of stop. That's where it was like kind of messing up. This one messed up a lot. If you could see, I just go halfway. It doesn't even go full. It's fine. This is where I started talking to Flip Flop about how her slide it goes halfway. I'm just gonna play some music and let you guys watch this. Now, actually, this is where I looked and I went and to the little lazy river they had. Like I said, they had little floaties here, but then they like were gone. I'm guessing because it took up a lot of space, which I'm honestly fine with. I love this. This is where when I got out and I was kind of gonna start voting, I got everyone to vote. I didn't show it in the other clip, but Blue Team did win. The winner got 20k. Well, I was gonna give them 20k, but then I did another build battle. But each winner gets about 20k. For the team build battles, they get maybe 15 because I can't give everybody a prize because of this new Bloxburg. Well, it's not new, but the Bloxburg thing where they changed it to 50k limit. This is where I kind of did my outro, guys, where I said like, subscribe, and comment down below if you like the video and if you want me to do another video like this. This was all of the video that I did. I really hope you guys like this video. I'm so sorry for the voice and how it ended out, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video so much. I love you guys so much, and please make sure to subscribe if you want another build battle. Bye!